I hit my toe with that curling iron, it's not gonna be a good day. Okay. You guys, my name is Kenzie, and today I am going to teach you how to curl your hair in under 10 minutes. If you're new here, I'm Kenzie and I make videos every Friday. You should definitely click that big red subscribe button, hit the post notifications bell so that way you know when I post, which is every Friday, and go ahead and hit that big thumb because this video is going to be really great and it's going to save you a lot of time. So I'm going to go ahead and give you a little bit of background on my hair just so that way you know what I'm working with because you may be working with something far different. So the summer before my freshman year of college, I decided that it would be a great idea to cut off 22 inches of my hair. At graduation, it was super long, and then by the time I hit the first day of classes at ECU, it was a bob. And that was between two different haircuts. So in January, I got 8 inches cut off, and then in June, I got another 14 inches cut off. After that, it kind of like grew out into every single phase possible all the way back down to what it is today, which is really long. And I also got it colored the summer after my sophomore year. So it went from black to blonde. Yeah. Color also gave it a little bit more texture than I'm used to. So while I've always had kind of curly, wavy-ish hair, it's much thicker and holds heat better than normal. Disclaimer. When I put heat to my hair, one, it's very rare, so I'll kind of, I'll take a lot of pictures in different outfits between like 2 and 3 days, and then I'll spread those out on my feed. So I'm not taking pictures every single day necessarily, and I actually find like it's really difficult that way because then when I'm like, oh, I want to post a picture, I don't ever look like what I'm about to look like at the end of this video. But I don't put heat on my hair. So when I do, I plan for it. So I'll blow dry it the night before because as you can see, I get curls, like kinky curls at the top, and that makes the way that I curl my hair pretty difficult. So what I'll do is blow dry the top and then go to bed the night before. Personally, if I were to get up in the morning, shower, blow dry my hair, and curl it, it would obviously take more than 10 minutes, and that's not the purpose of this video, and I just don't ever do that because your hair needs to be a little bit dirty. It should never be straight out of the shower like I'm about to do today. So what I use a 1-inch Conair barrel that has been my ride or die since I was in the 6th grade. I am a senior in college. Therefore, this curling iron has seen about 10 years worth of curling. It has been through the ringer. Again, my hair was really long all the way up until my freshman year of college, so it was curling really long hair for a pretty long time. I say this as a disclaimer because I know that my aunt's watching this probably and she's going to kill me. My aunt has always done my hair. She colors it, cuts it, everything. I don't use products in my hair. So I put direct heat to my head. I'm waiting for a text. I don't use heat protectant. My aunt gives me the heat protectants, the smoothing balms, the hairsprays. I use them once or twice, and then to be quite honest, I'm lazy, so I don't really ever use them again. Yeah. So if you use those, that's really great. Again, I don't put heat on my hair very often, so it's really not that big of an issue. However, if you do apply heat to your head very often, I would suggest that you use heat protectant. So now I'm gonna go get my curling iron, plug it in, let it heat up a little bit. Another disclaimer, this normally takes me literally 8 minutes to do because I've done it so frequently. However, it's not going to take you 8 to 10 minutes the first time you do it if you have as much hair as I do because you're learning how I do my hair. You're going to really need to practice to get it to that 10-minute mark. Alright guys, so I just plugged it in. So this is the barrel I use. It's been used and abused. I never touch the heat. It's literally at its max. I don't know if that's good for you or not. Probably not. But I use it. Also, I do use the old, you know, what do you call this? The clamp style. I hate wands. Hate them. I've been gifted them before. I hate them. So we're not going to use that today. So all you're going to need is a curling iron, maybe a brush. Again, I'm one of those people that don't really brush their hair very often. And maybe one of these. It's totally up to you. So what I do first, and I have my notes here just in case because I do it so fast that I don't really ever think about
what I'm doing.
All right, so first you're gonna part your head. I do not have a typical part. I, as you know, through all of my videos, just flip my hair like this all day long. So what I do, though, when I'm curling it, is kind of part it to one side. Again, it doesn't really matter because we're not gonna have super tight curls, and it just really doesn't matter. Okay, so you have what I'm gonna call the thick side and then the thin side. So it's like the bigger part and the smaller part. So the bigger part, I'm just gonna whip it up in here, just so it's out of my way. If I hit my toe with that curling iron, it's not gonna be a good day. Now, what you're gonna do, this is a lot of hair, guys. It's, see how much hair? Dear Lord Jesus. Okay, so what you do is you hit it from the top all the way to the bottom. So your piece should literally be, I don't know if you can tell, but it should be from the very top of your part all the way to your neck. And it's about 1 inch. Okay? So what we're gonna do, you go about halfway. You do like this. This is away from your face. All right. And then you just sit there. You don't want it all the way up here because then your curl's gonna curl up higher. So you're just gonna let it sit here 10, 15 seconds maybe. I don't really time it. All right, so you see that curl? Now you throw it back. And you keep doing it. So you see how I got that piece? And I don't like to brush through the curls because then you start to lose the volume, and you just keep pulling and pulling. Sometimes, guys, I'll leave this piece. I can't even grab it because I don't have a mirror. I'll leave this piece, but I'm not gonna do that today. But what that does is make them kind of straight at the bottom, and that's like the Pinterest pictures you'll see. All right, so I got another one. These are like actually turning out beautiful. I'm kind of shocked. I don't know why, because I do this every day. Okay, that looks good, I guess. All right, so when this happens, like I said, when it gets to like that, do the top half first. That, okay. And then this. Again, all of your curls should be pointing away from your face. I don't do that whole alternating stuff. Like that is, I don't have the time for that. Some people do, and that's awesome. I don't. So now what you'll have is individual curls. Do not do anything with them. Put them back. Now you're gonna come to this side and do the exact same thing. The only thing that I would advise you to do if you have thick hair like I do is sometimes when I have the time, only when I have the time, and this adds the 2 extra minutes, so it goes from the 8-minute to 10-minute mark for me. Oh, what is that? Is it attached? No. The 8-minute to 10-minute mark for me is cutting this in half to give more volume, and you'll see what that looks like when I'm done curling it. But again, I still go from the top of the middle down to the neck, so I have like pretty large pieces. I'm gonna go ahead and do this off camera because you really don't want to see me curl every single curl. All right, so I've curled the rest of my head on this side, and I've left the front. And what I do, so this is only when I don't hair dry it, or excuse me, this is only the English. I only do this specific trick when I didn't blow dry it the night before. If I've blow dried it the night before, I don't have all these curls on the side of my face or at the top. But again, I obviously just showered today. Whew, I'm trying not to get too close to the iron. Okay, so everything else is back. You've gotten this really close because you want it to kind of straighten itself, if that makes sense. So you get it from the point. Okay, I'm gonna look in the mirror this time. I ain't getting that close to my finger for y'all. So I kind of straighten it, pull it tight, and then, you know, curl the rest like I normally do. Where's that stuck? There it is. All right, so what that did was make it straighter than it was originally. And now it's gonna frame my face. There we go. What does that look like over here? Oh, it looks good, okay. So now it's at the same level that everything else is. And then I'll do that again on this side. Now with this side, I have a cowlick right there. And I don't like that. So we're gonna take that. If you have a cowlick, Again, you pull it tight. I'm gonna do it over here, but you get as close to it as possible. Pull it, and then you curl the rest. I guess the bottom of it got caught in another curl. Okay. You see how it's kind of gone? All right. So you gotta check, make sure everything's curled. I hope you can see, but all of my hair is curled. My next trick, which is what gets my curls to do that weird, flowy, beautiful, natural thing that everybody talks about. This is a trick adopted from my aunt because she's awesome. But what you do now is once everything's been curled, oops, actually I shouldn't have done that. Once every curl is done, you are going to not touch them for 3 to 5 minutes. This just allows them to cool and set. Similar to your makeup when you're baking, if you do that, you're gonna let them set. So go get something to drink, go put your clothes on, whatever you have to do in the morning, set that time aside to let them cool down. Because what happens is if you break them apart when they're warm still, they're more apt to fall. And you don't want that. Unless you're going for that look of like just barely curled, but you're not going for that look, so don't do that. Okay, so I think we are ready to go ahead and show you my last trick. I'm gonna get this really hot iron away from my foot. Yeah. All you do is throw your hands, and I'm not gonna actually do it because I'm gonna show you maximum volume, but you put your hands through here and you run them through your head. Yeah. Yeah. So regular volume, you just kind of do like this, and you run your hands like this. But a little more zhuzh, like a lot more power to that. Maximum volume is where you throw your head over, but like not crazy. Throw your head over and do the same thing. Run your hands kind of at the scalp like this. Okay? So I'm going to throw them over very lightly. Run my hands through it. I'm gonna try to see if I can get you all in it. So hopefully, I look like Cousin It. So you kind of put your hands through it, you let them bounce, 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 flip. So now you see where all that volume comes in, and then don't, kind of look like Farrah Fawcett. All right, now, I have a mirror right here. Do not, obviously this is a lot, but don't put your hands through it to fix it, okay? So all you need to fix are the curls that are right next to your face. So what you do is you barely brush it, just to get those curls back to where they're supposed to be. Same on this side. All right. So then that's kind of where that volume comes in. And that's kind of how I do it. Yeah. And then when I go to flip my hair, I still get that like volume. Like I just love when my curls look like this. They're so natural. All right guys, so that is all for how to curl your hair in under 10 minutes. I would thoroughly enjoy not only for you to subscribe to this channel and to give this video a big thumbs up, but to also tag me in your pictures when you do your hair like this. So if you use any of my tips or tricks, please just hit me in that little comment section or tag me in your picture. I would love to see what this looks like on you. All right guys, it's been a blast. I love hanging out with you on Fridays, but until next time,